Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to 2023, the year of the Black woman. Yes, indeed. So, how is everybody's year going so far? We are at January 5th, the fifth year, I'm sorry, the fifth day of the year. And there are so many beautiful things that are going on with Black women. But of course, degeneracy within the community has not ceased. It does not take a break. As my good sis Nyla would always say, nakers do not stop naking. They are on full alert 24/7. So degeneracy does not stop within the community. It does not take a break. It does not take PTO. It does not take a leave of absence. It does not take family leave. It is on 24 hours out of the day, 365 days out of the year. Hello, pro white male leadership. Hello, Sleepy B. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. Hit the like button. Make sure that you're hitting the like button. You're bringing it helps the page. It helps to bring the page into the algorithm. Helps let everybody know that we're live and in effect. And I greatly appreciate it. So today we're going to discuss. It's a new year. Again, it's 2023, but it's the same degeneracy. It has not stopped, it has not calmed down. We started off the year with many cases of the continued degeneracy that is affecting the community. Sleepy B says, been doing well. Told my sister stop dropping her drama here, and I haven't talked to her since Sunday morning. Wow, you tell her to stop dropping her drama with you, and she decided that she no longer had anything to say, or she's mad at you for now? At this point in life, the most important thing to me, other than my children, is my peace. My peace of mind means everything to me, and anything that's disrupting that has to go, or at least it has to find its own direction and find a way to get itself some peace before it comes back in my life. Don't disrupt my peace. If you're disrupting it, then you got to move around. So you're not wrong. You're not wrong for telling your sister that. If she can't understand that, then it's better to let her be where she at. Keep her 10 feet. Give her 10 feet. So yeah, the degeneracy in the community, it didn't even get a whole day off. It started on New Year's Day. As soon as midnight hit, it just kept going. It didn't stop. Um, it was it was very much highlighted. It's stories going on day in and day out, and it just doesn't stop. With the men within the community, if you want to say it's a community, yeah, it's not technically a community, because community takes several things in order to be a community, and this and unfortunately, the thing that we consider a community does not meet those criteria, so it technically is not a community. Yes, here in my house, she comes over talking on the phone with her dusty man. When she leaves me and my guy gets sick, I can only imagine, like, who wants that negative energy around them. You gotta literally, like, burn a sage, burn some candles, open the doors, let the negativity run out the door with her. But yeah, if she is stuck in a relationship with a dusty, and she is just bringing that negativity to your house, then it's best to just tell her, leave that stuff at the door before you even come in the house. Leave that at the door. Leave the tell her that she better do whatever it is that spiritually that she does to help calm herself down. She needs to do it right at your doorstep, or matter of fact, don't even bring it to your doorstep. Tell her to do it in her car 5 blocks away before she even get to your house. Like, tell her to leave that stuff alone, because literally she ain't leaving him alone. So nonetheless, so degeneracy within the community, it's just it's almost like a marathon. It's literally a marathon of degeneracy, day in and day out. It never stops. It don't take a break. It's just like, how do people literally live day in and day out in such dysfunction without absolutely losing their minds? And that may be the reason for such high crime rates and mental mental disturbances and just all the ignorance going on in the community is because of the complete degeneracy and the lack of accountability to stop the degeneracy. And we know who, for the most part, is bringing the degeneracy. They refuse to admit that they are degenerate. Hello, pro white male leadership. Hi. They refuse to admit that they are part of the degeneracy, but nonetheless, they are. And regardless of whether they want to admit that they are, it is pretty evident that they are. Pro white male leadership. I'm gonna drop my link if you want. If you feel like coming up, you very much invited to come up if you want to do so. Here's my link. So again, the degeneracy in the community did not stop because the New Year's Eve draw ball dropped. It continued. Degeneracy doesn't get the heck out of here, my cat. Degeneracy is just a state of mind within the community, and it is actually a state of living. It's the mindset, it's the way of life, and it is the what is causing such a horrible atmosphere within the community. I want to start with the Negro male in the community. So his degeneracy is very well noted. It is like a toxic cancer within the community that is eating the community from the inside out. It is literally tearing the community to shreds. I don't see how this community can even sustain itself for the next 50 years with the amount of degeneracy that is going on. Hey, I'm gonna add in pro white male leadership. Hi, pro white male.
Hey, I can't stay. I just wanted to say hello because I'm in the middle of
Hi.
something. I'm actually out on a field right now, but I appreciate you for last night. I know that was probably difficult for you.
No, it wasn't.
Um,
It literally
oh,
wasn't. I
uh,
like Vince. It wasn't difficult for me at all.
okay, great. Yeah, but yes, I just wanted to say hi. But I'm actually out now. But I just yeah, but I'm definitely listening to you. But thank you so much for the support last night.
Oh, no problem. I'm gonna email you because I definitely want to finish talking about what we were talking about prior to 2023.
Absolutely. So, did you enjoy the live last night?
I love the live. I've actually rewatched it
Yeah.
just
Well,
to see if I missed anything. I really enjoyed the live last night. Everybody,
oh,
if you
great.
haven't subscribed to Pro White Male Leadership, make sure that you do. She has very interesting topics, and she had the men that black men claim hate you and don't like you. She definitely lets them give their point of view on how they feel about black women as well as black men. So definitely go to her page and check that out.
Yeah, I will drop my link in the chat box. Thank you
Yes.
so much for
Oh,
that.
no problem.
Yes, I do appreciate it. But I have to go, but I just wanted to say hello. Thank you so much for last night, and I am listening.
Thank you so much. And I'm always, I truly enjoy your page. And again, like I said, for anybody who is listening, anybody that is paying attention right now, pro white male leadership, it is somewhat for people, for someone who's never really had a chance and opportunity to listen to white males speak, it may be a little bit hard at first, but I'm telling you, they say things that need to be said, and people really need to hear it and understand.
Absolutely, and I think that that's who we should start listening to at this point.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. We've had enough of the pygmies, the mammy rangers, and the degenerates telling us what is and what ain't, and we need a totally different perspective.
yeah, they're angry right now, but I don't give a fuck. So it is what it is.
Who's angry? Who's angry? Who's angry?
Listen, once a man tells me another man is better than him, then you better believe I'm gonna be with him. It's just that simple.
I mean, they're the ones that have been saying it for how long have they been saying it? We just weren't listening.
We surely wasn't, but we are now.
We definitely
But I gotta go because I don't want to cause a disturbance here. I am in the middle of something, but I am definitely listening. I'm gonna put my link in the subscription box. Thank you again. I just needed to say shout out to you because I appreciate the support.
thank you so much. Bye bye.
Okay, enjoy.
Yes, thanks. Bye bye. So yeah, pro white male leadership. Her page is pretty much dedicated to black women who are divesting, and she gives white males a platform to come on and speak their minds in regards to what's going on in the black community, how they feel about black women, and how they feel about black men. And it's a very, very interesting. If you open your mind and if you're willing to actually listen and receive the information, it is very interesting. And you can learn a lot from it because the information that we've been getting from our community, especially from the overwhelming amount of mammy rangers and black degenerate men who have been telling us that we have no choice outside of dating black men and putting up with whatever they have to offer. You will definitely find out the truth if you go outside of the black community and listen to what people are saying. So, nonetheless, let's get back to this degeneracy. So, the degeneracy, like I said, has not taken a break. Just because 2023 rolled through didn't mean that it decided to get some morals and values about itself. It just hasn't. Let's start with, so pro white male leadership did drop her page in the chat. If anybody would like to go to her page after this and listen to subscribe and listen to some of the things that they say on her page, I think you will be very enlightened. So let's start with the black male degeneracy. You know, some of the favorite things for black men to do to gaslight black women and tell us that everything that is going on in the black community is our fault. They do not take any responsibility for anything within the black community because them and their mammy rangers have made it their sole life's mission to put complete blame on an entire community. I mean, on black women for the entire degeneracy of the community. Not only that, they have refused to protect, they have refused to be leaders, they have refused to provide. So I don't understand how men who claim that they want us to follow their leadership also tell us that we have to go 50-50, which is literally really 70-30 in relationships. And also, what is there to follow? There have been zero, when I say zero, there's been zero um examples of good leadership within the black community since 1619. Zero. But I'm gonna start with a video that has went viral that is highly disturbing of a black man telling his children that he will no longer be seeing them and he doesn't want them to call him and he will no longer be picking them up. His reasoning is because the mother put them on child support. Put him on child support. I'm sorry. Let's share the screen so that we can see this. Let me start it over.
Why, Daddy?
Let me start it over. Okay. Can you
Why,
guys hear it?
Daddy?
So
Why, Daddy?
So what you had was a young boy. It doesn't state exactly his age, but he is calling his father on his own phone, and he has the father on speakerphone, and he's asking the dad, "Hey, dad, are you coming to get me?" And the dad is explaining to him why he is no longer not only going to be coming to get him, but he doesn't even want the kids to call him anymore, and it's solely because the mother put him on child support. Hey everyone. Nicole says, "Hey everyone, this is the worst dad ever to talk about the mom in front of the kids." Yeah, it's I mean, not only was he talking about the mom in front of the kids, but he also told the kids that their relationship basically is his relationship with them is less important than him having to pay child support. Do you know how much black men literally pay in child support? Black men pay the least in child support out of any non-custodial parent in the United States. Their child support is very low. And say take my income for instance. If I had to pay 17% of my income, which would be monthly, which would be about $2,040, I already did the math, and then just give my child to someone else who is going to have to bathe, who is going to have to make sure they're in school, make sure they go to her, make sure she goes to her instruments practices, make sure that she goes to her sports events, make sure that she goes to her weekend swimming lessons, and all I had to do was, hey, here's some money, you can go ahead on, and you have to foot the entire upbringing of this child. I would not give a damn about giving somebody $2,000 a month in child support. Like, these men act like they are paying this astronomical amount in child support, and that they are going to, and that their relationship with their children is less important. I'm gonna play this one more time, and then we're gonna get to the actual comment section. Oh, why, Daddy? Talk to your mama. Talk to your mama. Don't talk to me. Talk to your mama. Say, why your mama wanted more money and she told she wanted child support, and she think I'm gonna continue to do for y'all. Nah, that shit dead. Talk to your mama. Don't call me for nothing. Y'all don't even have to call me no more. Talk to your mama, not me. Deal with your mama. Now call your mama and talk to your mama about it. Ask her why she did what she did. You better explain why I did what I did. Now I would not be coming to get y'all no more. Yes, I am home. I'm not coming to get y'all no more. Talk to your mama. She don't care about how y'all feel. She don't care about the kid that home. So that shit. I'm not coming no more. This child is literally crying on the phone, asking his dad, why aren't you going to come and get us anymore? And his dad's whole reasoning is that because your trifling mama put me on child support, I will no longer come to see you guys or come to get you anymore. And let's go to the comment section, because the comments are just ridiculous, and it just shows how degenerate the entire socialization is in the black community. How men are not held accountable for anything within the black community. Everything is always going to be put off on women, and us as black women, at some point, we're gonna have to get over this destructive mindset that we have, that we too automatically go to the woman as the primary blame for everything. So in the comment section, if somebody wrote, of course, as a man, men, watch out who you procreate with also. So somehow it's her fault. Is the man is off the hook for not wanting to see his children, and it's her fault. Next, someone says, oh, and this is a black woman, both parents are wrong for putting kids in the mix of their chaos. That child didn't need to know about any of their issues, and the mom is making it worse by recording her kid's pain. First of all, the dad is the one who is on the phone with the child, called the dad from his own phone, and the child said, I'm sorry, and the dad said, I don't want you calling me. I'm not picking you up. I don't want nothing to do with you. So how is that a all lives matter versus black lives matter thing? I don't know. Of course, it just, in this community, you just can't blame the men. It has to be a way for you to throw the women into the rapture with the men. It says, Another one says, DeAndre says, child support was put in place to destroy the family. Look at how much damage it has done to the community. How is child support doing damage to the black community? Please, if anybody agrees with that, please let me know. Excuse me, just a minute. Please let me know how in the world child support, and this is DeAndre Bynum saying this, how is child support destructive to the black community? How has it damaged the black community and destroyed the black community? Child support, listen, child support is there so that even if the father is active, because there's going to be people in the chat, in the comment that say, well, the dad is active, why does he have to pay child support? Child support, for one, if you're married to the mother, you won't have to pay child support. That's for one. For two, child support is put in place so that two adults don't have to be bickering and arguing over how much somebody needs to pay, when the payments are going to come through. You know, one person gets mad this week and he doesn't want to pay, and the next week that he is paying and the mother claims he isn't paying. This whole system will protect both people. Then, you know, is payment set in order for the custodial parent to get. It's being paid. There's no doubt about it if it's getting paid. Some one person can't say that the other person isn't paying if the payments are being made. And it's a set amount. If you make so much per year, then I mean per month or per week, per bi-weekly, then there's a set amount that's going to be paid out to the custodial parent. It ain't no, it does, it's just a person that's in between that's saying, hey, these payments will be made, the parent is going to get them, blase blase. I don't know how that destroys the black family, other than the fact that black men just have an issue with having to pay for their children, and they want to pay whatever amount they want to pay, and they don't want anybody telling them what they can and can't. They don't want anybody being interjecting into how much they have to pay for their children, because they just don't want to pay for them. Next person says, that man sound provoked. Ain't no way y'all overlooking the full scoop. He not right, but the mother might actually be the problem. It's always the mother that's the problem. Let them tell it. It's just always the mother that's the problem. Somehow black men are the most provoked men in the country, in the world. Everybody's provoking them to not pay child support. Everybody's provoking them to not work. Everybody's provoking them to not go to school. It's always everybody else's fault. Hold on. Why is my computer? It's always everybody else's fault. It's like it's a sickness. Why in the world Sorry, just a minute. Why in the world is always everybody's else fault? It's always projections onto every other person instead of self accountability. I have no idea. It makes you look weak as men. It makes you look like you're incapable of just doing basic things that everybody else is doing, because it's always an excuse. It's always somebody else's fault. It's always I won't, I won't. It's somebody else's fault. So, yeah, you have that father. So, this is just a continuation of 2022, 2020, 2010, 2000, 1990 of black men just saying, hey, I don't want to pay child support. Another person says, I feel Harry Gilmore, because it's all the men. It's all the men. I feel bad for fathers who going through this. He's clearly an active father. You can tell by how the kids responded to him when he said he isn't coming anymore. Spiteful baby mama running to child support. Cancel child support. Cancel child support for what? Look, the majority of women on child support are in poverty. Them and their children. Cancel child support and do what? Have the system that y'all claim black women are running to continue to pay for your kids? Is that what you're canceling child support for? Because y'all not paying for them. The majority of what's paying for your kids' schooling, for their housing, for their food is the government. The government that you claim you hate so much. So let's go to the next thing. The other degenerate things that that continue to happen within the community. So here you have TJ Holmes. And his estranged wife is finally speaking out. She's breaking her silence. And she says that she's disappointed he didn't consider their daughter. And when do they ever? When do they ever? The mammies tell you, if you just got you a man, stay slim, fit, friendly, and cooperative, then you would have this fairy tale forever, for happily ever after relationship. You got your man, you got your family. He's supposed to be the unicorn. He's working. He's financially secure. He's the only father to her only child. She's thin, she's pretty, she looks friendly and feminine enough, but that wasn't enough for him. And this wasn't his first affair. This is multiple affairs for him. It's just the straw that broke the camel's back. She finally decided, hey, let me move on. But do you think that he considered his daughter first? And then you have people that are in the comments section saying, why would you want to stay in a relationship with someone who clearly does not want you? Be serious. I'd rather him show his true colors than lie to my face for the sake of the family. No, but you guys, it's okay for him to show his true colors and to move on and to greener pastures and to be happy. But if a black woman wants to divorce her husband, then she's breaking up the family. She's the scum of the earth. She should make it work through thick and thin. She needs to just stand by her man, stand by her family through misery, through beatings, through adultery, through outside children. She's supposed to stick it out. But it's okay for him to say, well, hey, I'm just not happy. It's time for me to move around. That's that is the double-edged sword within the black community. The men they're able to do whatever they want to. That's the contradiction in the black community. Black women have to stay and stick it out through anything, otherwise they are considered otherwise they are considered the most horrible women in the world. They are considered treacherous. They are considered sleazy sluts because they just broke up their family. Black women have no say so in their own happiness because the mammy rangers and black men say so. Black women must stick it out. They must be fully committed to a relationship, regardless of how toxic that relationship is. Because if you do not, you will have 100 men in their podcast, along with their mammies, writing horrible, disturbing things about you. Next, we have Gabrielle Union. This is the provider thing. They're supposed to be providing. So Gabrielle Union says she felt comfortable cheating in her first marriage because she paid all the bills. Gabrielle Union was married to an NFL player. I didn't even know she was married before Dwayne Wade. She was married to an NFL player from 2000 to 2005. And somehow she was still paying all the bills. You cannot make this up. You got white women that are waitresses who are making 14,000 a year coming off on black NFL and NBA players for 40 to $200,000 a month in child support. And here you have the beautiful Gabrielle Union, who's thin, who's fit. I don't know how friendly she is, but she was married to this big huge water buffalo, and she was paying all the bills, and he was an NFL player. Like, it this is insanity at this point. It's insanity how black women are like literally railroaded through every type of any facet within the black community. They are railroaded, they are treated horribly. How are you married to an NFL player and you're paying all the bills? And not only that, she noted that he was cheating. So then she felt like it was okay for her to cheat because not only was he cheating, but she was paying all the bills. So you married to an NFL player who's cheating, who's probably paying for strippers and prostitutes, telling what type of diseases she also went through. And not only that, you got to pay all the bills. It just make sense. And then I mean, the community wouldn't be a community, wouldn't be the black community if we didn't have the femicide. We know that that's there, the femicide rate. So here we go. Why did I not hear it? Okay, let me play it.
Investigation is ongoing. We are hearing from Alexis's sister in an interview you'll see only on Way 31 News. Way 31's Brittany Harry reports from Athens.
Tonight, the family's still very much processing Alexis Garth's death. The 26-year-old died after she was shot multiple times by a man she once loved.
How he spoke, he loved my sister. So no, I didn't think it would come to this point at all. I didn't.
Miracle Scott is Alexis Garth's younger sister. She says she last saw her sister about an hour before she was shot.
She was a light, very family oriented, a great friend. You could talk to her about anything. She could light up a room by just walking in it, beautiful smile. Just an all around good person. Definitely somebody who didn't deserve to die like this.
Yeah. Scott says her sister was shot 5 times by Kyron Yarbrough at a home the two shared on Oakdale Ridge Lane. Athens police say Garth was found on the driveway before being rushed to Huntsville Hospital, where she later died. The shooting happened in front of her 3-year-old daughter.
She understands. My mommy died. My mommy sleep at the hospital forever.
Garth also leaves behind a second daughter, 8 months old, too young to understand what happened. Yarbrough is that child's father. Scott says Garth recently expressed interest in getting out of the relationship with Yarbrough.
Took somebody's sister. You took the mother to your daughter. You took somebody else's daughter. You could have just let her leave, other than taking her life.
And Scott says she wants Yarbrough to have to remain behind bars for as long as possible. Reporting in Athens, Brittany Harry, Way 31 News.
The victim of a deadly domestic violence shooting on New Year's.
So, if you can read it, it says that this occurred on New Year's Day at 4 a.m. So, the first day of the year, this man, Kyron Yarbrough, decided to take the life of his child's mother, Alexis Garth. What exactly? And she's 26. He's 20. He was arrested at the scene. He is being charged with capital murder in the presence because he killed her in the presence of a child under the age of 14. So, the sister is saying that, there was no type of clue, there was no evidence, there was no foresight as to the fact that this man could be violent and dangerous towards her sister. But they did say that the sister was trying to get away from this man. We all know that getting away from domestic violence relationships is the worst time, because during the time when you're trying to get away is the time that they are trying to make you unalive, because they don't want you to get away. But I want to go to the comment section of this, because there were some very interesting comments. Because again, there is always gaslighting within this community. Let me find it again. There's always gaslighting, there's always denial, there's always lying, and there's always a way to shift the blame onto Black women. Let me find this again. Give me 1 second. Let me stop sharing this because give me 1 second. Because it was some very, very interesting comments within the comment section. I won't say they're interesting. It's really comments that that you wouldn't be surprised that the comments that what was said because it just always hold on. It's just always there was a comment in the comment section, if I can just find it, of a black man who said that black women are not being killed by black men. They are being killed by their butch girlfriends. If you can believe that somebody would say that, I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not surprising to me that he would say that because black men and their mammy rangers love to gaslight black women, and they have zero accountability for things that are going on within the community. Okay, now I got it. Let me share my screen. So, in the comment section, someone says that people are saying, like this seems like it's happening every day. It's a new victim. Every single week, there's a story like this. This is femicide. Black women are experiencing femicide. Someone says a black woman is slaughtered by a black man. I'm tired of this. I'm angry. And let's see what the folks in her comment section were saying. Because gaslighting within the black community, it never stops. It never ceases. It is something that is used as a manipulation tactic. So this woman says, every 5 hours, a black woman is slaughtered by a black man. I'm tired of this. I'm angry. So this man says, all y'all lying. That's all you black women do on social media. Make up hashtag lies. This may even be a woman. I don't know if this is, because this is that's not the picture, but the picture is of a black man and a white woman. So I'm assuming it's a black man. So somebody said, goodbye, Jamal. I'm not going to argue with you. You need help. He says, who fault is it? Y'all getting shot like niggas. Laughing my fucking ass off is what this man says. Whose fault is it? Other comment says, these men nowadays make a girl want to stay single. No, you shouldn't want to stay single, sis. You should move around from these men. Open your options and go and date other men. Stop thinking, and I'm not saying all other men are the best things walking, but what I'm saying is don't shut down yourself and your options simply because there's a bunch of men who are degenerates that black women refuse to leave behind. So another man says, a woman says, rather, I'm sick of this. It really breaks my heart. I know it may not be possible, but I hope that baby finds peace as she walks through the next stage of her life. And of course, the black male says, it's sad, but yet the way women are playing games because social media and music makes it cool is the issue. The egotistical mentality of a side dude, what he can't do, another will, cheating, and etc. These men are mentally traumatized and weak. Nobody wants to realize the factors. Protect our black queens is a quote joke because they're not being taught to be queens. But the family won't say cheating was the factor to this sadness. Before you move on, make sure that person has moved on truthfully at heart, or this can happen. Let's go to the tactics of actual manipulation and gaslighting. I mean, manipulation, how a manipulator works. So it says the four tactics of manipulation: taking advantage of intimate relationships. So someone who, it says psychological manipulation thrives in intimacy. So because black women are primarily intimate with black men and they are aware that we do not date outside of our race, it is easy for them to manipulate us because they say you manipulate the people that are closest to you. So black men take advantage of that. They know that black women, instead of trying to look outside of the race, will always just say, well, let me try to look for another black man and another black man and another black man. Let me try to find a unicorn within the black community. Number two, projecting blame. We all see that every single day within the black community. The blame of the entire black community is taken off of the men and placed solely on the women, is placed on the shoulders of the women. The women are accountable for the single mother rate. The women are accountable for the children not being schooled correctly. The women are accountable for the children being obese and for the everybody in the community being obese. The women are accountable for the men having committed so much black femicide. The women are accountable for the men not being able to find good jobs. The women are accountable for the men not being able to get educated. Everything is the black woman's fault. Next, violating boundaries. Psychological manipulators despise boundaries. Black men do not want boundaries with black women. Black men want to be able to do and treat black women whatever way they want to. That's the reason why they despise child support. That's the reason why they despise the legal system. That is the reason why they despise not being able to have legal polygamous marriages, because black men want a community without boundaries, where they are able to go and come as they please, where they are able to abuse the women, they are able to abuse the children, they don't have to pay for the children. They're able to be sexual deviants whenever they want to. They are able to not work, they are able to not go to school, and still blame you for everything that's going on in the community. That is violent. They don't want boundaries at all. They want open, like we have in America, where people don't want open borders. Black men want open borders within the black community. Gaslighting. Psychological manipulators are masters at getting others to question their own reality. Black men are masters at that. Them and their mammies. The thing is, the gaslight and the manipulation altogether would not be able to work if black men did not have the help of their mammy rangers. That's why mammy rangers are so dangerous. Mammy rangers are the women, the black women within the community, who co-sign and the actually push the mindset and the socialization onto all the women in the community, that black men should be upheld in their degeneracy, should be overlooked. So gaslighting, like I said, psychological manipulators are masters at getting others to question their own reality. You can be cheated on by a black man, he's going to tell you it wasn't him. We all remember the song "It Wasn't Me." He can have children on the outside, he's going to pretend like it was a reason that the children were born. Maybe you wasn't satisfying him, you wasn't home 2 times, you wasn't home for 2 hours when you were at work. Everything is going to be your fault. If the children aren't raised well, it's because you weren't being a good enough mother, even though you were working 16 hours out the day and he was working none, and he was sitting at home playing a video game. Everything is going to be, everything that happens in the community is going to, he's going to make you question the fact that you are to blame for it. Hey, so yes, that is what's going on. The black community, I just right now, like I said, is totally not really a community. It is just a group of people living day to day, trying to make it, trying to make something happen. And primarily is the black women. The black women are living day to day. And I just go, from store to store, and I see black women walking around with children and babies, children, teenagers. And I'm like, there is like, where are the fathers? Where are the fathers? Because these children are already created. So you can't say, well, just, you can tell them to divest, but these children have fathers. Where are the fathers? It's like in this community, people have almost started believing that these children were made of immaculate conception. Like, these children have a father. Where are the fathers? There's no fathers at the parks. There's no fathers at the basketball games, at the volleyball games. There's no fathers bringing the kids to instruments. Where are the fathers? It's just like this so-called community is going to hell in a handbasket. I just don't see it getting any better. I don't see it getting any better. I just, we can all hope that it will get better. I just don't see it getting any better. So for me, the best thing for Black women to do is just really focus on themselves, focus on the children that they do have if they have children. If you do not have children, do not have children within this community. Save your womb for someone outside of this community. This community will eat your children alive. You will literally be birthing children that will have so many challenges and obstacles ahead of them. And you have children whose fathers will tell them all type of stories about not having the ability to be men within the community. So get away from it. Get away from this community, like Black women. A new year, same dust, same degeneracy. All right. Thank you, everyone. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave.